Yay! Oh my god, it's me! Hi! How are you doing today? I've actually, you know what? I didn't plan this one for too long, but I was like, I should probably do this someday. How are y'all doing? I have done nothing today. Yeah, no, sorry, I was thinking of what I've done today and I was drawing a blank. It's not my proudest moment, but... hold up a second, Venom? Venom? What's that? That you said right there? It's just... It says, hello, Booba. I mean, Amaya. Do you care to explain? I don't even know. You see, what am I seeing? Also, welcome back, everyone. I want something kind of refreshing. Maybe I should cut some watermelon. Oh, but it's not cold yet. You kind of are on trial. Yeah, I see that you lost the brain cell. Okay, I'll let it pass this one time. Do I need my keyboard? I should keep my keyboard. I might use my tablet too. But, anyways, today we are going... You know what? I feel bad, actually. Let me read, because I hate when people ask how you are, and they're not actually, like, asking how you are, and I forgot that I asked it, and you guys responded, so let me go back. I was invading on Elden Ring all day today. That's the only time you'll invade anything in your life. Hello, Maya. Hopefully you are doing well and having a wonderful evening so far. It's going okay. It's not bad. I'm excited to yap about these things, though. I have, like, a whole list of stuff that I'm ready to talk about, so we'll see. I was gonna show like a bunch of like TikToks, but I'd rather just read it out because like yeah, it's easier. I might open Clip Studio for some stuff though, and I hope that your IRL stuff gets better, Corn. ZZ, oh, Zema Zero. Why is it ZZZ? Isn't it Tuesday? Zets? Zema's Zone Zero. Oh, I did not know there was a zone. Minnow, you don't even have a fucking brain. Stop talking. I played D2 earlier, so pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know what you expected. Was it Liza P the last time? The non-Twitch toggle? Oh, did you see it for a second? It takes a little bit of time to switch over sometimes. Alrighty. Let's see. Shall we get started? Do you guys want lube? I have a couple of things. IRL. You know I am that girl. Thank you. I'm glad that you like my hair and my model. We spent a lot of time designing it. My reference sheet was very, 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 very thorough. I put way too much time and effort into it. I don't know where it is. I don't actually have it saved on my desktop. It's in like Drive somewhere. That was because of a misinterpretation thanks to... Oh, actually, I remember this. I was going through some shitty area where there was like a lot of scaffolding or something, and there was some dumb things that were said. I'm new to Twitch and the VTuber world. Okay, I gotta keep you pure somewhat then. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Reckless, welcome in. I hope that you have a good time here. All right, so today we are going to be going over my favorite media tropes. Do you know what that means? That means stuff like enemies to lovers, found family, and like what else? Childhood friends, stuff like that. Except we're going to go into like more specific things. What is a found family? Something which you'll never have. There you go. Have you been in the VTuber and Twitch world too long, Ash? What got everyone down the rabbit hole? You know what? Stop. Actually, I take that back. I take back that question. I'm not actually going to do it. Because I know it's going to get like... It's going to be so many stories and it's going to derail. But I want to talk about tropes. I think, okay, I'll probably just write down the trope so that we can see what we're talking about. Current trope. Which font should I use? Maybe I shouldn't use Comic Sans this time. I gotta spice it up sometimes. It's not my fault. I need something that's bold. It's not my fault. I can't live in me. Can love with me, and I can love with me. Should I do stroke? Maybe I should do stroke. Yeah, probably. Do a little bit of stroke. Oh, that's white. I wanted black stroke. Here we go. That's illegible. Let me... do you guys want it at the top, or do you want it at the bottom? Let's see. It's not my fault. Maybe I'll put it over boredom in YouTube. That's how a lot of clips go. Right beneath chat. Okay, there you go. Sometimes it gets really finicky. Current trope. There you go. What font is this? This is Fork. Trope example. What was this today? Potato head. Ignore this text. Tis a placeholder. Should I have done this before stream? Probably, but I was busy. I got a package and I had to open the package. I don't like this font. When I was just a day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's probably okay. What's up, Trains? How you doing? It's okay, we like on the spot stuff. me as a I'm trying to look at what's legible maybe on mobile. For any of you guys that watch me on mobile. I know some of you guys watch me on TV. That's such a strange thing to think of. I'm like, is this like the equivalent of like mainstream entertainment now? But it's hard for me to register. Don't call it love. I won't call it off. You'll be the one that I call, baby. It's none of these work well. Maybe I'll just use the same font. But I don't actually like it. Well, I mean, I do like it, but not for that. Not for, like, regular text. It's a bit difficult to read. You know, seeing Potato Head in, like, posh font is certainly something. I'll tell you that much. Am I on TV right now? Oh my god, Mom, I'm on TV. Let me make the font smaller. It's just a kind of love affair, and I tried. It's not fair. Need a little love, and I just need a little help. Let me make this bigger. There we go. Okay, now we can finally get started. I know, I deserve to be on the big screen. And then, okay, so we're gonna go through tropes, and then everyone, you guys list any examples you think you've seen in like anime, manga, books, like preferably popular media, you know, from pop culture, or like TV shows and stuff like that. And we will also go into why we like the tropes and stuff. It'll be easy once you get the hang of it. It's just natural commentary. All right, so first trope is, oh, that's a good one. This is a good one. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna, for suspense, oh, that's the wrong one. I'm gonna lock this one. For suspense, I'm gonna make it not visible and then do it. And I'm nothing more than his wife. Got him all those years ago. This is a painful one, and therefore I like it. This one is when the trope is a character being neglected as a child and subsequently becoming a chronic people pleaser who will do anything for praise and approval. You know what this is? This is Skip to Loafer. This is Skip to Loafer right here. And it hurts really bad. Is this any of you guys? Be honest. Is this you? Most of us? But you guys aren't doing a very good job of pleasing me. You just like this because it's your ideal fan? No. No. You're the complete opposite. How so? My love of Mei got me down the rabbit hole. Really? Oh, actually, I think you might have mentioned that you didn't really watch VTubers before me, but maybe I'm mistaken. Bro, I'm still doing like, I've been doing a scan on my computer for like an hour and a half. No worries. Later, Reckless. Thanks for putting me up on the big screen. Retail me IRL? Or me, retail me, yes, IRL me, couldn't be further from that. Really? I would think, well, I mean, I would personally do the opposite. No, I would think you're the opposite, but I would personally do the opposite. Actually, no, I'd be the same either way. And then you're putting an NTR, BL, or hentai mentions counter for this. What does that even mean? Sylvain, Fire Emblem, Three Houses? I could see that, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remembered your daddy issues sold. It's okay. At least it makes you a better person, you know. I was never neglected by my parents, but it was never really sociable when I was younger. I think I remember you mentioning that too. Like, I think you and Sult are like somewhat similar in this regard. I personally like... Has anyone seen Skip to Loafer or like read Skip to Loafer? Because, what's his name? Hold on. Oh, I should probably put an example. Fuck. Hold on, let me make an example. I am not very good with names, but I'm very good with faces. Oh, Shima. I'm stupid. Hold on. Let me do another one, and then I'll do an example. Here. An example. Shima. I'll do that like that. There you go. Here, maybe I'll put it on the side, actually. We'll put this over here. I think it's easier to read. Aww, over here.
Thank you, my love.
Are we talking about the Nori trope? I'm sorry you had to be called out like this, but it's kind of funny, so it do be like that. Yeah, so basically in Skip to Loafer, Shima has he started becoming like a child actor to please his mom because his mom was like kind of deeply unhappy in her marriage, and now he's like a chronic people pleaser, and he's low-key kind of miserable, and he's like slowly trying to find out like who he is on his own because he doesn't feel like he has any like identity or like dreams or hopes or goals for himself, and that's part of like the reason why he admires Mitsumi so much, and it's really kind of sad. I wasn't exactly neglected, but it was easily forgotten. Are you the middle child? Nar. Shima's so good, I love him. His moments where he becomes unhinged really hurt. I know. But you know, surprisingly, Shima's actually pretty like okay at saying no. But like, Shima has a situation with his childhood friend where, what's with my model lagging? Hold on, let me close Clip Studio. Maybe that'll make it better. Anyways, Shima has a situation with his childhood friend, and she was also like a childhood actor kind of turned model, and she got into a scandal because she got caught kind of at like a party where there was alcohol as a minor, but Shima was also there, and he told her not to follow him, but only she kind of like, she was the one who took the brunt of it, I guess because she's a girl, even though like it wasn't her fault and she didn't do anything. Like she just got kind of dragged into it. And for like years, she was taking out her anger on him and making him do whatever like she wanted, until he finally like, I guess he like learned something from Mitsumi. I don't quite remember what happened, but I guess like in seeing Mitsumi pursue her dreams and like be kind to him, he decided that he could be happy for himself, and he started to like live his own life. Where does this take place? This is Nippon, Japan. It's what do you call it? It's from Skip to Loafer. Right here. Do you guys know any other media that have this that has this trope? It's hard to think of off the like top of your head, at least in my opinion. Middle child. I'm so sorry, Spartan. I'm the youngest, so yeah. I mean, guys, I'm the favorite, but like, don't tell my sister that. Though she probably already knows. I'm the favorite. Yes, enemies to lovers is one of my favorite tropes ever. What's up, Asami? How you doing? I will say though that it's very rarely done well, and it's very rarely true enemies. Guys, there is a difference between enemies to lovers and rivals to lovers. Enemies to lovers, they want to fucking kill each other. Rivals to lovers is different. Right? You understand what I'm saying, Asami. And no one does it well. It's very rare. Actually, Asami, do you read any webtoons? Because you will love the webtoon Trapped. Because Trapped is one of the best examples of enemies to lovers. You know what? While we're doing that, let's move on to the next one. Let's move on. Enemies to lovers. Unless, oh, now I'm stuck on Mars. Here. What's another good example? Here, I might as well put Trapped on Webtoon. You can read it for free on Daily Pass on Webtoon. You know, here, let me... Oh, so there is a difference in the capitals. Yep, it's Trapped on Webtoon. Here, let me show you guys a picture. Webtoon. The art style might throw you off a little bit, but the art really improves as the series goes on. But guys, trust me, please. It's so good. It's so good. It's like one of my favorite webtoons ever. I would never steer you wrong. My recommendations are always like top tier. Don't even at me. Hold on a second. There you go. Here we have Trapped. There you go. It's also completed. I mean, well, at least the Korean RAWs are completed. I don't know if the official one is completed. I think there are side stories coming out too. Did you definitely get a communicate or a notification for stream? Or are you just lying to me, Genius? True enemies to lovers hits different. Like, these characters literally hate each other. Not even in a similar way. How did this happen? They're literally perfect. I know! Also, I think it makes the sexual tension so good. Dude, when there is enemies to lovers and then they show up, they show up at their door in the rain and then they're like, I didn't know where else to go. It just hits different. What can I say? Or they're like, or the who did this to you? The who did this to you trope. Oh my god. Or the forced cohabitation with enemies to lovers. I really love the forced cohabitation trope because I love that domestic life. Especially when they get comfortable with one another and then they're not happy because they realize that they're getting comfortable all of a sudden and they're like, wait, why is this so natural for us? And then they start thinking of them in like a different way. You know what I mean? Stranded enemies to lovers is good. This one's not, it's not quite, actually, hold on. One of my favorite novels ever, it's okay, I think it's on Tapas. There's a webtoon for it, but I prefer the novel. So Adonis on Tapas is also one of my favorite enemies to lovers examples. Let me save this one and show you guys. I'll show you another one. It's mostly enemies on one person's part, but it has really, really, really good world building and it's quite long. I personally prefer the novel over the manhwa, but the manhwa is good. There is what do you call it? I'm trying to think of the word. Fuck it, I can't remember. But they just brush it off as they're my enemy when they're mad that someone else hurt person be. Oh, that's a good one. I love that. That's so good. There's something like I think it's like the possessiveness. You know what I mean? Hi Fire, how are you doing? I like the part where one person obviously sad, just crying, going through it, and the other is actually concerned and worried for them. Yeah. You know what? The people who this is kind of rivals to lovers. This is more rivals to lovers, but like when they see, like, I was reading this one and they're rivals the entire time and they get to like high school and she can't beat him in the physical sports anymore because like obviously like the difference between men and women, right? And so he notices and he stops making their challenges about physical things and just like school stuff and like other miscellaneous skills. And then he's like, okay, whoever can get more confessions by the end of the year, you know, will like do whatever. And then she's like, I can't believe I was one confession short. And then he confesses to her and she thinks he's joking. I was like, I am so sorry, dude. I'm very deeply sorry for you. Just F in the chat for that, dude. Part of it is the idea that this person hates you and sees you at your worst, but still falls in love with you. Oh my god, yes! I love that. Well, actually, to be honest, the one I just told you, I'm pretty sure it's smut. And he low-key gets NTR'd by some jealous dude that asks her out first. But it's okay, I'm sure they'll probably be endgame, so that's what matters. I don't remember what it was called, but it was like about They ended up becoming actors later on. Don't want to be like, but shut the fuck up. They did. Well, they weren't actually together, so it wasn't technically NTR, but you know. I think with enemies to lovers, though, it's like the difference between enemies to lovers is there is like more violence, I guess, I think, and there's a begrudging respect, and maybe like you have totally different ideals, but then you realize that you're actually very similar and you're two sides of the same coin. You know what I mean? I do think rivals is very close, but enemies to lovers is a lot more intense. You know, I think there's a lot more with enemies to lovers. It's straight up animosity initially. I think that's what sets it apart between rivals to lovers versus enemies to lovers. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense. What other examples are there? Most are... I keep getting told, like, recommended things on, like, Book Talk or whatever, which Book Talk has kind of not great recommendations, but I guess I should not be surprised by that. That's on me for believing it. But they'll be like, oh my god, enemies to lovers, and it's just rivals to lovers, and I'm like, fuck off. I want to see these people want to die. I want them to want to kill them, and then as they're like about to like pierce them with their sword, they're like, oh fuck, he's hot. You know, that type of thing. Have you ever seen a bad example of the enemies to lovers trope? I think true enemies to lovers is really rare. So not really. The only thing I can consider a bad example off the top of my head, pal, is things being called enemies to lovers, but they're just rivals to lovers. So it happens every fucking time. I forgot to do this. Adonis. There you go. Let me scroll up and read. My favorite enemies to lover stories where they're clearly and deeply love each other, accept it, but still act like jerks to each other. You mean like after they get together, after they were enemies, or what? Because otherwise it's not enemies to lovers. Does Sirius and Skylar from Lost in the Cloud count as enemies to lovers, or are they more like rivals to lovers? I would say they're kind of enemies to lovers, because Skylar straight up fucking hates Sirius in the beginning, and Sirius kind of dislikes Skylar in the beginning too. Rivals to lovers is the limit. That's fair, Tamo. Some of us are more faint of heart. I do like the angst of it, Asami. It's really... I like angst with happy ending. Or at least like open happy ending, you know? But like... I feel like if you're gonna do an open happy ending, do side stories or something like after a year, you know? Or like an epilogue. Because... I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of open endings. They always feel a little bit like a... Sometimes they feel like a cop-out. I think certain stories have the place for an open ending, but a lot... No. Oh, actually, there is, You know what? Okay, has anyone here read The Cruel Prince? The Cruel Prince, some people say it's enemies to lovers, but you know what it actually is? It's bully to lovers. It is bully to lovers. It's not quite the same. Enemies to lovers implies an equalish dynamic. Bully to lovers implies a power dynamic between them. So... Oh, you know what? There is an example of bully to lovers. It's, what do you call it? A silent voice is bully to lovers. What's up, Clip? How you doing? I like the complexity of the feelings, seeing how things develop and change over time. There's equal hate towards each other. I agree. I really love, like, complex, like, I guess, contradictory feelings, you know? I think... My favorite enemies to lovers is when they still don't agree with everything. They still disagree with how certain people, or like how people approach things, you know? Like maybe one has a more soft-hearted approach, and the other is very kind of callous, you know? That's always good, because it's like, at what point do you draw a line, you know? Like, what makes this person the exception for you? And I think that's like also a romantic thing, when someone is the exception, like through all your beliefs, you can't help yourself being drawn to them and being able to accept them, and like they both kind of mutually change and compromise and like learn different things about how the other person lives that influence their worldview. You know what I mean? Bully to lovers that left a bad taste in my mouth with koe te katachi. I don't mind it. I think it depends, because I think a lot of stories should allow for redemption. It helps people grow. Here, we'll go about koe to katachi. There you go. It's not a super popular trope. It's more popular in shoujo, I feel. I mean, Nagatoro is bullies to lovers, no? Let's see. There you go. Let me get this one. Oh shit. This one. This one is bully to lovers. Bam. I really should have made this bigger. Maybe I'm Delulu. Whatever. I much prefer if the bully is to be redeemed if it's through friendship. That's why I'm glad Zuko didn't get together with Katara and Atla. I don't think Zuko and Katara are really an example of bully to lovers at all. When did he bully her? They were literally opposing factions. That would be more enemies to lovers, not bullies to lover or bully to lovers. I do not think it fits at all. I don't know. I personally, I'm an extremely forgiving person, right? I've forgiven pretty much every single person, aside from maybe like a couple people who have like fucked me over. I think that it is on the person who is bullied to decide to forgive, and I don't think it means any less of the person who decided to forgive them. And if it's not for you, that's okay. But I personally think that like people should get a chance to be redeemed, and people can change. And I don't know, kids are cruel. Who someone is as a child isn't necessarily who they choose to be, you know, compared to like how they are when they're older. And it's just like, it's not like he never made up for what he did. It's not like he never tried to fix things. Like, he changed, he grew as a person. Like, how long should people hold over or like hold on to things, like for their own sake, honestly? Like, it's ideal if people can move on from it. If you can't, like, that's like, you don't have to forgive someone, right? But like, it's up to you. Personally, I do believe in forgiveness for your sake. There's a lot of taunting from Zuko. Yeah, but I mean, I don't think that's bullies to lover. They were straight up like different factions. Hello, Alias, my love. How are you doing? How are you? Have you been taking it easy? Have you been resting? We're talking about TV tropes. We were just talking about enemies to lovers, and we were talking about Adonis and trapped / origami. And I was like, most enemies to lovers are really not enemies to lovers. It's either rivals to lovers or bully to lovers. It's fake. They lie to you. They make you think that it's enemies to lovers, but they're just rivals. They want to have to kill each other for it to be enemies to lovers. Do you have any good examples of enemies to lovers? Fake enemies to lovers? Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. I thought you were saying like fake. Actually, no, that brings me to another trope, fake dating. Fake dating is kind of a guilty pleasure for mine. There's actually this webtoon that's come out where they actually were a legitimate couple and then they broke up, but they weren't telling anyone that they broke up, and they have to pretend to be together for the rest of the school year. I don't remember what it's called. I'm sure it's in my webtoon history. But I was like, oh? I really love second chance relationships too. Right? Fake dating is so good. But we were talking about bullies to lovers, bully to lovers, and whether or not a bully should be redeemed. I really think it depends on how severe the bullying is and how they go about it. I think if it's swept under the rug, it's a no. No. But I think if the bully actually like really sincerely apologizes, changes as a person, and redeems themselves, that's different, you know? Like if they just dismiss everything and they kind of just get forgiven for no reason, that's what I'm not okay with, you know? But if they show that they really aren't the same person, then that's totally different. I found an amazing CNBL novel about it. Them trying to telepathically urge the other person to get in on their BS. Please give me the name of this. This is like Danme. The way I look at it is I forgive people for my mistake. I don't want to hold on to negative emotions, but doesn't mean I will forget what has been done. Totally agree. I will forgive people because honestly it's exhausting to hold on to the resentment of things. I would really just rather feel nothing about it. That makes me feel better. What's up, Ray? It's going pretty good. How about you? With Koi, I kind of appreciate the movie's route on ending their friendship route, but I know lots prefer the manga ending, and that's fair. I don't really remember the difference between them, to be honest. Code Geass for what example? Let me think. What else is there? There are a lot of fake dating tropes in manhwa. And like that's like or contract marriage, fake dating, contract marriage. That's a good one. Here, let me do contract marriage. Get it down, get it down, odore. Where is it? I don't want to say. What is a good example? What's a popular example of fake dating? Fake dating trope. If it's like an actual romance book, I'm not gonna say it. Fake dating movies? Oh, you know what it is? Hold on, there's a really famous fake dating movie / contract marriage. The Proposal, yes! I was thinking of The Proposal. That's an iconic one. What else is there? I'm trying to think of ones that you guys would know. Because a lot of what I read is otome isekai and BL, so you're not gonna know it as much. Here we go. We have The Proposal. Bam. Hey, good on you for exercising. I hate exercising. Fake dating like a nisekoi? Oh, actually, yes, nisekoi is an example of fake dating. Would Mr. and Mrs. Smith count? I think so. Don't you dare mention Rent-A-Girlfriend here. Don't Lelouch and Suzaku literally have a child together in the mobile game? Has anonymous delivered? Do they really? Guys, okay, this is a spoiler for S-Class hunters, my S-Class hunters. In the novel, Hyunjae and Yujin literally have a child together. They literally have a child born of Hyunjae's mana. Like, it doesn't get any gayer than that, bros. Like, I don't know what to say. Actually, technically, now that I think about it, he has one with his brother too. Oshinoko does have fake dating, but it's not the focus. It's not the focus. That's a good policy to have, Skull, not letting people live rent-free. Welcome back, Alexander. Let's see. A popular Yuri fake dating / stage marriage is I married my female friend. That sounds so wholesome. I feel like Akiri would eat that shit up. They try to kill each other, but they are married and love each other for real. So I was wondering where which standards. I don't know. I don't remember the details of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, to be honest. So I can't really say. The movie kind of focused more on the friendship and Shoya owning up to his bullying towards Shoko and becoming her friend, so risk becoming a partner. I didn't cover the whole thing. Yeah, I remember it being more open-ended. Is a hired girlfriend / boyfriend appearance of dating a part of that fake dating trope? Yes. Rama one half is contract marriage? Is it? Wait, is Rama one half fake dating or arranged marriage, or is it contract marriage? I think that's arranged marriage, but I could be misremembering. Contract marriage implies that they go to make a deal with one another for something. Arranged marriage is a bit different. Arranged marriage, it was set up by their parents. So I don't think Rama one half is a contract marriage. It's arranged. Which, speaking of, there's going to be a remake. I don't know how much they're going to remake of it, though. The fake marriage is plenty in manhwa. I know, it's so... But the thing is, it's rarely done well. Actually, a really, really good example of contract marriage is my... Nani kore? Is it finally done scanning? It's still not done scanning. Jesus Christ. Here, I'll show you guys another example. This one you can read for free on Webtoon. Here. Bam. This is a really, really, really good example of contract marriage. This is my in-laws are obsessed with me, and this is one of the only manhwa I've ever read where a female lead regresses and she... You know what? My chat is broken. My chat's fucking broken. I was wondering, I'm like, you guys are fast typers. You will not stop talking to me. This is not right. And I realized my chat is broken. Shit. Whatever. Anyways, my in-laws are obsessed with me is one of the few manhwa I've ever read where she second guesses that she regressed, and she kind of gaslights herself because she can't believe that she went back in time, which I feel like should happen way more in Regression, but it almost never happens. I don't understand why. It's so sad. I want to see them desperately lonely and confused as to why they're the only one who remembers and not having anyone to confide in, because how are you going to tell people that you went back in time and that you died and you came back to life? What? It's really good. Also, it's slow burn. It's slow burn! And he's actually, apparently, he's pretty cold in the manhwa, but he's even more kind of cold and despondent in the novel, from what I understand. That sounds kind of like Seventh Time Loop. I'm actually not a huge fan of Seventh Time Loop. I tried, but it felt a little bit, I like the aesthetic and the art is beautiful and stuff. It just, it didn't feel like it had the kind of depth I wanted, you know? For my Lost Love manhwa is nice. It's kind of isekai or transmigration, but the guy is the unfortunate second male lead and she was a fan of him. What is this? I'm curious. Oh, I know what this is. Okay, I've read this. I was confused. Because this is for my derelict favorite. This one was a good one because I don't usually enjoy the stan ones where she's like a fan of like a second male lead. There are a couple exceptions. Like for my derelict favorite, I Stan the Prince. I Stan the Prince is a little different because they're technically like they knew each other before. And then Happily Ever Afterwards on Webtoon. For my derelict favorite and Happily Ever Afterwards, you can read them both on Webtoon. Happily Ever Afterwards is Daily Pass though, so just keep that in mind. It's finished, but I like that one a lot. The novel apparently was brutal because in the novel he made like some shittier decisions, but they made him a lot more likable in the manhwa. ReZero is so damn good for the respawn trope. It really is. ReZero is one of the few isekai and kind of like regression ones that actually show how fucked up it is to regress and like the trauma behind it. ReZero is so traumatizing and I love it. I wish there were more traumatizing anime and like manga like that. The Tyrant Tries to Be Good? Yes, I've read it. I'm a sucker for light-haired male leads and yandere, so it's kind of right up my alley. Cause I don't want to spoil too much, but it's like super obvious. Maybe I don't know if it's super obvious because I've read a million of these or what, but in Tyrant Tries to Be Good, of course it's always the case where they love them in the previous life every single time. Traumatizing is my specialty. Yeah, you listen to like Silent Hill music to sleep, don't you? So Yamada-kun level 999 is fake dating. Is there another 9? Or is it just 3? Also, apparently it's on hiatus. Oh no, it is that. But anyways, with Yamada-kun, the author is on a health hiatus, so we hope that the author gets better because it's on indefinite hiatus at the moment, as far as I know. So, yeah. Oh, actually, let's go into regression. Let's talk about one of my favorite tropes. Regression! Okay, here, let me explain something because a lot of people don't realize this. There's a fucking difference. Isekai does not equal regression. Regression, you have to go back in time. Whether it's like, it has to be something that you were before. Okay? Hold on, I need to remember this before I forget. Anyways, so my number one example, or I guess one of my top examples of regression would be this. Okay, well, you can't hear it, but it's going on. I don't want to spoil it for you. Nobody say anything. Nobody say anything. You'll see it when I show it. Dun, 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 dun. It's Surviving Romance. Surviving Romance is really, really fucking good. There's actually like no romance in it though. Well, at least there's no romance for the main character. Oh yes, Revival Hunter is also a great example, but I think that this is better because, well, at least like for regression in a lot of ways, because he kind of gets used to it because he like stabs himself like a million times in like the first chapter. Did they adapt it into a K-drama? I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Surviving Romance is really, really, really fucking good. The plot twists are really, really good. The story is really good. The character development's top tier. A lot of the characters initially dislike her. So everyone kind of gets growth and you get to see how their relationships develop. It's also horror. Is it short? No, I think it's like 50 to 70 chapters. I don't remember. I don't know how long it is. A lot of people, I think some people were disappointed with the ending, but I think the ending was perfect. I don't want to spoil the ending, but it's a mind fuck. This is also the same author as the Makeup Remover, so if you like the makeup remover, then maybe you'll enjoy this. There's no romance though. It's just horror. It's kind of short. Shut the fuck up. I don't know. I think that's like mid-length for the average serialization of a series of this genre. It's pretty. That's like mid-length. Sometimes it's only like 40 chapters. Regression. Regression is when you go back in time. So isekai is when you get put into another world, but that doesn't necessarily mean body swap. Body swap, you would take someone's body. A lot of isekai is also body swap, but it's not necessarily what do you call it? What is the word? And you're thinking of the villainess as Marionette Asami. Which gorgeous art, but it's the novel's way better. What was I saying? I forgot. Shoot. Tier Empire, the princess made really bad decisions, got imprisoned and executed. She goes back in time, wrote a book where she wrote her mistakes. Interesting. Is this a manhwa? Oh, hold on. Oh shit. Oh yes, anyways. I was saying the difference. Tier Empire. Interesting. Oh, this one, I've seen this. This looks cute. Oh, this was on my to watch list. Higurashi no Naku Koro ni is a great, good time loop, especially the visual novel. I didn't even know it was time loop, to be honest. ReZero made me stand by my decision to restart an entire chapter when someone on my team dies. In what game? What it means to be used a great regression one I've enjoyed recently. It's not regression. It's not regression. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. I'm 99% sure from what I remember about it, it's not regression. What it means to be you is neither. Time loop is also separate from regression. I think it can be possible though. Some you don't find out till later they're a time loop, but this is this. How do I even? Okay. How do I explain this? She just like revives at the beginning. I don't think she actually goes back. It is body swap though. It is body swap. What's the difference between time loop and regression? Regression? Yeah. Regression, you go back to a certain point in time and you only go forward. Time loop, you see the whole process. And there's a beginning. The beginning is not at the beginning of the story. So, okay, this is a spoiler for, hold on, let me find the name. Okay, so has anyone read What's Wrong with You, Duke? Here, I'll show you a picture of What's Wrong with You, Duke. This is actually one of my first, or I guess like really, really favorite ones. I need to explain the difference, you guys. Because you don't get it. Okay, I will educate you. So in What's Wrong with You, Duke, this is actually kind of, it's not quite time loop, but it's kind of like it. Yeah. So basically, at the beginning of the story, she meets him, and then he is about to kill her, and then he falls under a spell that makes her in love, or that makes him in love with her, right? And then you find out as the series goes on that spell was actually cast by her mom because she saw the future. Her mom saw the future because they met as kids, and she helped. She helped rescue him as a kid because he got kidnapped because he is a duke, right? He was a young heir, and she helped rescue him, and she saw the future with him and that they would fall in love. And And then he actually also goes back in time again, because at the end of one of the I don't know if it's the end of the one season or like end of the series, towards the end of the series they fucking die, and so he goes back in time again and he fixes things. It's complicated. Do you think isekai gets too much hate? Yes, but I think it's deserved. So I guess it's not too much. I think isekai... You know what the problem is with isekai genre nowadays? Isekai genre is just an excuse to have overpowered fantasy. You don't actually do any of the things that involve isekai. Like, most of the time with isekai, they give up on trying to go back to their original world, which is fine, right? But they never show any confliction at being in another world. They don't feel conflicted that they lose their friends and family. They don't go through any grief process, you know? They usually just like, yeah, they do just break the world that they're in. Here, let me find other examples. Closer. I think time loop, it's like implies they go back to the same point in time, or they go back in time multiple times. I'll say that. Usually time loop is specifically the exact same point in time. Actually, you know, I will say that What's Wrong With You, Duke? Maybe not quite a time loop, but it's close. It's like time loop adjacent, but it's not quite time loop, because in order for something to be time loop, you need to go back to the exact same point in time. There we go. That's a distinction for that. See how nuanced this is? It's so complicated. Like 7 time loop, that's actually time loop, because you go to the same place over and over.
For example, your mom made you.
No, I'm not capable of having a shit take. I try to have nuance in all things. When you're respectful, you never get, you know, shit takes. What was this? This looks like it'll ruin me, so I want to read it. Also, thank you very much, Nori. Isekai's a trope is nice, the premise of it, but most are just self-interest and catering to people's fantasies. Yeah. I like ReZero because it deals with the dark aspects of isekai and regression. I will say that him, at least like in the anime, right? Subaru not being part of his original like setting anymore is almost never mentioned. You're only reminded by the fact that he's like always in his fucking tracksuit. It's not really mentioned in the anime too much, like him missing people. I like Subaru as a protagonist though. People are talking about how annoying Subaru is, and Subaru is cringe, right? I can see why people get frustrated with him, but I think he's pretty realistic. And that's what I like about him. I like flawed characters if they have reasons to be flawed, and like they get better. I'm not caught up on the second season. I'm looking at my Rem figurine on my shelf as I say that. The mom predicting the future reminds me of Family Friends. Fam Friends that still have a third eye. Oh, they can see misfortune or death, but it's only real if any glass breaks. But wouldn't you want to know? I cringed out during the Rem arc of the first season. I cringed watching him pine after Amelia. That said, I want to sing Amelia's insert songs. That's the thing with Subaru. He reflects what most of us would probably do or react in that situation. That's what I'm saying! It really angers me when people don't have any empathy for characters, but then they get mad that they aren't multifaceted. You punish them for being multifaceted and for not being perfect with your judgments, even though you probably wouldn't be any better in that scenario, you know? No. Should we all watch ReZero Season 2? I think a good way to describe Subaru is he kept himself locked up while IRL. When he got isekai, he finally got to be himself. You know what I think? I think for things like that, when you don't feel like yourself, or when you don't feel like things are tied to you, and like you don't have a detachment to like the people in the world around you, right? It's easier to say fuck it and do whatever. That's why I'm like, if I think it's somewhat realistic when people isekai and they body swap, right? Or they body possession. Body possession's also the same thing, kind of. Body possession is... It's not technical. There's not a technical difference for body possession versus body swap. But I would say that body possession is more the implication that the other person is dead. So let's say you have girl A and girl B. Okay, they're in two different worlds. Girl A dies and girl B enters girl A's body, but like the other body is just in comatose or dead. That would be more body possession to me, by my personal definition. Body swap implies a more like they both kind of swap. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's interesting, but other times it's like, no. They saw one of my relatives get attacked by an animal, but it ended up real because literally a bottle nearby fell off and broke. Oh my god. That's kind of horrifying. I can see how that's scary. I found them unhinged and stupid over the course of like 2 days, so I got annoyed with the show. Wait, with which one? ReZero? I never thought of it like that. That's a good point. It's not his world and he knows nobody, so why would he, a silly young boy, take them seriously? Exactly. Like, it's like when you're on the internet and you're starting a new persona, you can be whoever you want. You know? Part of the reason why you act a certain way is because it's expected of you to act a certain way because people around you know you. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Like, it's like a subconscious expectation on you for you to behave in certain manners. Or like to have certain mannerisms. Does that make any sense? I don't know, it's like you can start over in a new city. It's kind of like that. I'm like, you don't have to worry so much about who you're supposed to be in other people's eyes and living up to who you're supposed to be, quote unquote. But yeah, this is why I'm happy that like stuff like Freeren and Witch Hat Atelier and Dungeon Meshi are becoming super, super popular because fantasy is better than isekai. 99.999% of the time, fantasy is better than isekai. Because most isekai anime is just fantasy with extra steps. Or it's an excuse to have like a dungeon system or like an MMO system, basically. Without actually having the depth. Like, there are not many isekai where I feel like there's a lot of depth. I think one exception, I haven't read it in a while, right? But here, let me find it. Which actually, apparently... Oh, hold on. I don't want to spoil for people. Fuck. All of these are spoilers. Oh, fuck. All these covers are spoilers. Shit. Hold on. Some of you guys are going to be very excited for this one. I'm sure. I'm not caught up, but I used to read the shit out of beginning after the end. And I will say, I think it's a really interesting version of isekai. Especially since he does not stay cute for that long. Arthur grows up, he gets a glow up. But anyways, the only thing is sometimes I do have a little... There are a couple cringe moments. Does anyone remember the scene in beginning after the end where he's talking about all his like elemental stuff with his homie, and then he's like, haha, kind of like low-key like, yeah, I'm OP, haha. I mean, to be fair, it's not like Arthur is like the most OP in the universe. You've never heard about beginning after the end? Well, I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. I don't like how they go and make it so their lives somehow get better after the isekai. Just because you're in another world doesn't mean your personal issues somehow go away. I 1000% agree. You know what I want to see? I want to see a really insecure MC constantly deal with imposter syndrome because the body that they got isekai'd into as well as possessed. I want to see a combination of those tropes, right? I want to see them... This is actually a North American one. This is not Korean. And actually, beginning after the end apparently surpassed Solo Leveling in terms of popularity in the West. I did not know this until I saw an article about it. But anyways, I want to see a character that's deeply, deeply insecure and miserable with their life and how they like deal with being in the body and position of someone who's successful. And I want their trauma to be persistent for many, many years. I want them to be miserable until they can finally learn to trust people, and then I want something to go wrong. I sound like a bad person, but trust me, it's good. Trust me, it's good. That's interesting. I know so many people falling out of their chairs waiting on Solo Leveling Season 2 to release. I mean, this is just in the West, right? Beginning After the End is still going. Solo Leveling novel is done. Manhwa's done. Hey, but I like my angst in media. I like this Popsky. Don't worry about it. I want them to, you know, have their trauma, and I want them to grow through their trauma and become a better and stronger person because of it. Also, I do not count it as body swap or body possession if it is from birth. It is not from birth. If it's from birth, it's just isekai. Which this is just isekai. This is not body possession or body swap. Or if it's like... if the baby dies and then they possess the baby's body, that's still technically body possession. Okay? Still technically. Shut the fuck up, guy. I like my toxicity. I have good takes, okay? What else are we gonna talk about? Let's see, what other tropes are there? I mean, if it's from, like, the first time they open their eyes, or, like, how they live. From a Night to Lady? Oh, yes, that's a good one. That's body possession, I think. I'm not super far into it, but I think it's body possession. I don't remember what happens to the original one, but the original one, like, died, basically. I think From a Night to a Lady is really interesting because she shows a different perspective between someone who is who is physically powerful in a society where, like, women mostly have power through, I guess, kind of being more dainty and coy, if that makes any sense. And there's a line from A Night to a Lady that really stuck with me, and it was basically, what am I listening to? This is on my playlist? What the fuck? I don't remember this. But anyways, there's a line from A Night to a Lady where basically she's saying, I have my sword as a weapon and these women have their words. We're both fighting in different wars or something like that. That's the gist of what she said. And I thought it was really interesting how she displayed that respect in understanding that they're going through, they're navigating society in a different way, you know, than her. And she still acknowledges it. It's really good though. Highly recommend. It's on Webtoon. I think it's on season 3 now or season 2. This artist has a series of a married duo. Girl is a demon king and the guy becomes royalty from defeating and marrying her. It's implied that he's an isekai guy who thrived in the fantasy world. What is that? I want to see that. What is the name of that series, Korn? I know a manga where the MC is very miserable with her new life due to trust issues and trauma. Do you think you can run after reincarnating, Nissan? This seems like a siscon one. I eat that shit up. I'm sorry. That might be one of my questionable ones. But I can't really say anything because in my S-Class Hunters, they're both super, super brocon for each other. Like Giga Brocon. So... I can't say anything. She's a Yandere Brocon. That's my shit. That's my shit. I really love Yan. Siscon never would have figured. I'm not a siscon, but I like the trope in media. Siscon, Brocon, either or. Actually, there's Where is it called? What is it called? Hold on, I have to find it. Oh, I have it saved. I love the trope that nobody wins in war. Or not, that's not necessarily trope, but I guess it's kind of a trope, but kind of like not. Let me find it. It's in my actively reading folder. It's like, the whole premise is like a fluffy slice of life where the brother is like a huge siscon. Let me scroll. Oh, it's called... What is this? Oh. Here's the Japanese name. I cannot read it. Here. But it's basically, I think the English translates to something similar to my younger sister has trouble with her siscon brother or something like that. And it's just like, it's pure fluff. And he's like super obsessed with her and it's ridiculous. It's not incest, if that's what you're wondering. He's just a huge siscon and it's cute. It's just fun to read. Oh shit. That startled me. Sorry, I was looking for something. Oh, there we go. You mean like people vying for the affection of one and then it ruins the relationship? What the fuck were we talking about? I don't remember. Guys, I gotta be honest with you. You may see me differently after this. And I have to tell you, that's a you issue. I don't care. I was a kind of Yuki shipper. I will double down on that ship. I don't care. Has anyone here watched Vampire Night? Has anyone watched Vampire Night? Because, you know what? I respect it because in Vampire Night, right? At the end of it, she ends up with both. Technically. So, it's complicated. So, you find out that Yuki is actually a pureblood vampire, and the reason like Kaname senpai was always hayakiri, always nice to her, and like looked after her was because he was her older brother. But plot twist, they were engaged, and because they're purebloods, right? And they technically weren't sister and brother. He was just raised as the older brother, but he was actually in like a coma for how many years, and he was technically her uncle or something? Anyways, that was my ship. And she gets with like Yuki, I think first, and then Yuki like passes, or with Zero. She gets with Zero first, and then I think Zero dies or something at the end after he's lived his lifespan, because he's not. I don't fucking know. No, it's not a harem. It goes in succession, and then she moves on to Kaname, or maybe it's the other way around. I don't remember, but she has a kid with both of them, I think. Is this the one where she gets with her brother grandfather? Yes, and I like that brother grandfather, so nobody say anything. What kind of tropes do you like? I'll read anything. So I'll read like anything. I don't mind. Yeah, but anyways, my ship won. So I was expecting second male lead syndrome again, because that is how I often experience pain in my life, but I did not experience second male lead syndrome with this. I got both, baby. I did not really care much about Zero. Okay, but it's normal for them both to be on cover 1. I don't mind it. Guys, I don't see the big deal. It's media. It's not like it's real life, you know? I don't see the big deal. I'm like, okay, I saw this video the other day. It was super fucking funny. And should I just show you guys? Hold on, maybe I'll just show you. We can watch this video together. Hold on. I'll have to go up in my meme folder. No, it's not this one. Did I not send it to you guys? Oh, shit. Hold on. I need to find this video. Nope, this is the cat video. It's not. That's not it. I think I have to scroll. I have to scroll more. No, no. No, 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 no. Is it really before this? It's before this. It's a little bit long. Oh, found it. My ego's another begging you. Sweet motherfucker. Hold on. I have to find it. Okay. Here. This is gonna be a questionable one, bros. I'll tell you that much. It's gonna be a little bit questionable, but oh well. It's not working. It's not working. Hold on. Let me try again. Window capture. That's strange. Maybe this is why. I'm not brave enough to do this. I don't know if I'm brave enough to do what do you call it? To do display capture, guys. That's not really my play. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Let me do it. Okay. We're gonna watch a clip now, and you're gonna like it. Okay. Let's take a look, bros. Can you hear? Let's see.
Oh, non or later? Who the fuck? Oh, I should have known. That's what we gotta say. Somebody lying. My mama, your mama, my daddy, your daddy. Somebody lying. Well, obviously we needed to because we wasn't gonna find out that we was punching sisters. Baby, we might as well say we from Alabama. Baby, we cannot say that. The nose is a little similar. The eyes. Okay, the eyes. Okay, it's the skin color. Ma'am. I'm gonna need y'all to go over this 100,000 times. What are you talking about? I swabbed your mouth while you were sleeping. Cause you know how everybody be saying like we Babe, what do you mean? I just want to see, baby. I've been thinking you've been looking a little too much like me.
A little too much like me.
Yes, siblings. The test
are ran 3 times to make sure that
3 fucking times, and then they started running 10.
the results that we received was a 99.9 result of biological relation. I'm so sorry.
No, because I'd be devastated. Okay, but here's the thing, right? If you meet someone as strangers, it's different if you grew up together. Because think about it this way. you're gonna be like, Amaya, what the fuck is wrong with you? But hear my logic, because my logic is correct. Okay? It's not like they're having kids. It's not like they knew each other from when they were young. It's not like they were... Shut the fuck up. Get the Boondocks reference out of here. But okay, it's not like they dated someone knowing that they were like related. That's different, right? And it's not like they're having kids, which is the main contention for incest. Or it's like, oh no, ew, that person's like a sister or brother to me. But if they were your if they were a stranger when you met them and they just happened to be related to you, right? Like, it's not like the icky parts are there for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, there have been cases where people got married and had kids, and it turns out like they were actually siblings, and they didn't even like, they literally came from other parts of the world. Like, oh my god, till the family reunion gets awkward. No, but like, imagine you're going to a family reunion and it's like, oh really, that's the same place I'm having a family reunion. Maybe we're related, haha. They get there, wait, that's your cousin? Like, that's my cousin. Meet the parents, wait, those are yours too? No. But like, what I'm saying is like, okay, technically, if you have like, if there's a childhood friend, right? That childhood friend is more of a sibling to you than maybe your long lost brother that you've never met. Do you see what I'm saying? It could be worse. Like, are you supposed to stop? I don't know. You're already that far in. Like, what does it change? You're not having children. No, I've never watched Old Boy.
Ma'am, this causes a hell of a problem. So honey, you know, ma'am, we've been together for 5 years.
5 years? Yeah, you're committed already. Don't stop. This one costs fallacy.
I mean, we've been going for 5 years. I mean, girl, did you like it? You're in denial. We gotta go. You goddamn right, I'm denying, because every goddamn night we giving it to each other. And I'm hearing that I'm no goddamn relative. The fuck? You're just a goddamn.
No! That doesn't stop genetics. Yeah, but I explicitly said they're not having children. So, like, that's the issue. If it, like, children and like the specific family dynamic you have, you don't have either of those. You're not having kids. You're like not reproducing. You don't have, like, you don't see this person as a sibling. I think it is a joke, but I think it's funny as fuck. Let's watch it again.
Oh, non or related?
No, ma'am, that you guys are biologically related.
Who the fuck? Oh, I should have known. That's what we gotta say. Somebody lying. Somebody lying. My mama, your mama, my daddy, your daddy. Somebody lying. Well, obviously we needed to, because we wasn't gonna find out that we was hunching sisters.
Baby, we can't tell nobody.
Baby, we might as well say we from Alabama.
Baby, we cannot tell nobody.
Sweet home Alabama. Nose, okay. The nose. The nose similar. The eyes. Okay, the eyes. Okay, this it's the skin color.
Ma'am, I'm gonna need y'all to go over that shit 100,000 times. What are you talking about?
I swabbed your mouth while you were sleeping, cause you know how everybody be saying like we
Babe, what do you mean?
I just wanted to see, baby, because I've been thinking you've been looking a little too much at me.
Okay. Well, we're gonna do a poll here. All right. We're gonna do a poll, and you guys are gonna answer. Completely anonymous poll. Be 100,000% honest with me, okay? If you found out your husband was your relative after 5 years, what do you do? What do you do? Answer this poll right fucking now. I'm keeping the bloodline pure. Yeah, you you gonna pass on those genetics, bro? What if it's a straight relationship, but you could just not have kids? I mean, it's up to you. Is this sunk cost fallacy? Because like that, okay, them being your relative doesn't mean that like they're a different person, right? They were still a stranger. You still met the normal way, you know? It's just you had some bad luck. What can I say? You just accidentally married your brother or your sister or your cousin. And I mean, at a certain point, your cousin, like, they're not even that related to you. At a certain point, I think it's like 4. If it's like your 4th cousin or your 3rd cousin, they're barely even like related, I think. Sister or brother is too much. Yeah, that's what I thought. You've been there 5 years already. The sunk cost fallacy, bros. I don't think it's that bad if it's a cousin. Cousin. Okay, at what point is your cousin barely related to you? By 5th cousin, you're no more related than you are to a random person on the street in terms of common DNA. Is this marriage the equivalent to maxing out pity? Sadly, yes. 5 years is a long time. I'm not restarting, bro. Especially, guys. This is gonna be my questionable. Hear me out. I know you've heard some and you thought they were questionable, but no, this is gonna be even more questionable. Do I say this? Okay, but hear me out. Hear me out, right? If you and your partner ever break up and it turns out you were secretly related, right? They still have a connection to you and you can try and win them back at family reunions. It's never over. Never say die. Never give up, bros. There's always room for second chances. You're afraid because I'm telling you the truth. You did it once, you can do it again. It's not that bad. I'm never going to a reunion or a funeral. It's over, but that's where you can find your future wife/sister. Maybe your parents had like a secret love child, and then that's your secret, like your future wife or husband. It's true. You guys are just cowards. I said what you were all thinking. Is this nepotism? Yeah, but you don't know them as that anymore. Did I what? What did I do? 63%. Ayo. You know what? We win those. We win those. I was justified. That was a good one. I think more of you guys should have voted. I think you were cowards. You were all afraid to like press the right button. And that was a sunk cost fallacy button. You wouldn't understand. Here, let's show the results of the sunk cost fallacy. Bam. If you found out your husband was your relative after 5 years, what are you doing? I've been here 5 years already, 63%. Break up, 36%. Man. I mean, they're still the same person you fell in love with. It just happens that you share some DNA, which technically you share DNA with like basically everyone in the world, so... You know, it's just like, it's a very, very, very minuscule amount of DNA, you know? Yeah, that's true. Like, I mean, okay, guys, if you think about it this way, if you're 5 years married, you probably banged like countless times. And that's like the part that's icky for you, but like you've already done it, you know? Like, what if you... Okay, here's something that's somewhat equivalent. Let's say you have been eating this delicious food your entire life, right? and you find out that it's brains or something, you're like, oh, but actually brains tasted really good. And, you know, maybe I kind of fuck with brains. And, you know, I already did it before and I didn't have an issue before. My issue was finding out what it was. Maybe start eating the brains again. You know what I mean? No, I'm cooking here. Stop. Harmless. Inbreeding in moderation is acceptable. He's right here, officer. He's right here. No, but see, I have valid points. You're afraid of me because I speak the truth. You know what? That's fine. I can sit here and I can be crucified. Whatever, man. I know what I said. I'm a double down. Prions. Okay, but like animal brains, not necessarily human brains. I didn't say human. I did. I'm not gonna lie though. I did consider that analogy. I did consider like humans. I was like, what if you were eating humans? Okay, here's one then. If you no, not Rocky Mountain oysters, although that would have been a good comparison too. If you found out that your favorite food was actually were actually human beings and they were like corpses, you'd stop, right? I feel like that was way worse than incest. Right? Because at least incest are both consenting. But if it's like a corpse, it's kind of too late for that. That sounds strong, or that sounds wrong out of context. I'm talking about eating it. That also doesn't sound good, but I'm talking about eating it. Like, if you were found out that you were being fed, like, human flesh, or like human body parts, and then you're like, oh shit, this kind of slaps before you find out, but then after you find out, you're like, oh, I don't think I'd eat that anymore, right? I think you're more likely to say you're not going to eat the human flesh, or like the brains or whatever, like the human brains, compared to like continuing to stay married to your partner that you found out was related to you. Yeah, I don't know where it all went wrong, guys. Where did it turn into incest? Is it Heron's script? I know that she has like one where she's like holding meat that's in the shape of a heart. Maybe it's that one. No, I'm saying that, like, I personally, guys, I would not eat people. If I found out that I was secretly being fed people for my life, I can guarantee you I would not continue to eat people. But I'm saying that that's worse. Like, eating people is worse than incest. Everything I say out of context sounds so bad now. It's Jover for me. Nah, there's nothing I can say. It's already like at max capacity of awful at this moment. My life's mission is to eat a Maya now. That's fine, you can do that, but can you buy me a fuck ton of shit first? Not shit as in actual shit, but like, just give me a lot of money first, and then you can have my corpse. But yeah, don't film anything with my corpse, please. No, I don't want the Canadian funny money. That's true, you have. But to eat my corpse, it's a little more expensive than that. And by that, I mean like 10,000 times more expensive. You're asking for a lot. You're asking for me to die and to eat me. I think I can charge more. I think I'm justified. I don't know. I just, you guys gave me the shovel and I kept digging and digging. I don't know what else to say. Here, let's look at another one. Wait, guys, if you think this is bad, wait until we get to the reaction stream where I'm watching cringe TikToks. I don't actually mind reaction content as a whole. I think it has its time and place. I think the problem when you do reaction content is when you don't credit people and when you don't add your own commentary. You know, I think that's when reaction commentary becomes kind of problematic. But I think that reaction, or I guess not reaction commentary because there's no commentary, but reaction streams, you know, but like, I think that if you're going to do reaction content, you shouldn't be lazy about it. You should provide actual commentary. You should credit them, like link it, encourage people to watch like the actual video. And if it's like a longer video, try not to watch the entire thing, you know, on stream, you know, try and like edit it if possible. Or if you're gonna do like a video, some things obviously that's not possible, but yeah. But anyways, I think it's nice to watch certain things with people. There's like a sense of like unity, and I personally enjoy that. I don't mind reaction content, and especially if it's like an expert reacting to something. You know what I mean? Like maybe I'm watching a vocal teacher react to this really famous singer. Like that is really enjoyable for me. Anyways, that's my rant about reaction content and my boundary. Let's see, what is this trope? I have another one. I have a lot of these, dude. This person just posts them. Well, hold on, I need to mute my desktop audio. There you go. Otherwise I'm gonna get claimed. No, not this one. I already did this one. Nope, not this one. Nope. Oh, this is a good one. I like this one. Let me edit this. Okay. This one is... Character B. This is a good one. Do you guys have any examples of this? When character A becomes friends with character B to use them, but starts to care about them and then chooses character B over their original goals. That's always so good because it hurts so bad, especially if character A finds out that character B was using them, right? And then character B like admits it. It's even better when character B admits it, right? They admit that they were using character A and they be the villain, but then they also secretly help out character A, and then character A eventually realizes that they did genuinely care about them at the climax when character B is in a really sticky situation, and then character B sacrifices themselves for character A. It's super, super, super specific, but it happens a lot, actually. I can't think of examples off the top of my head, but I know it's been in a lot. Shinji and everyone? It kind of is. And oh my god, dude, guys, the face that character A makes when they look so broken and sad and betrayed when they find out that character B like was using them the entire time. Oh, that's so good. Like the bonus points are if character B doesn't even try to explain themselves and they accept themselves as the villain, but they still care about them and want to like fix things. Or at least like they're willing to be the villain, but they will not actually explain themselves. Because if they explain themselves, then the organization with character B, that character B is working for, will hurt character A. You know what I mean? It's so good. Don't even get me started on Shinji and Kaoru. That one hurts a lot. I can't think of a lot of specific references. Reagan from Mob Psycho? I haven't really seen Mob Psycho, so... A long time ago, I saw a story where A saw through them immediately and called them out, and B admits and apologized, so two got closer, and B helped A during a rough point. Nah, that's too happy. I want sadder. I want them to be miserable. I want character A to be completely devastated when they, like, realize their friendship was partially a lie. But they think the whole thing was a lie. Even though to character B, they meant it. Like, they meant, like, 75% of it. Even if their initial, like, approach was to use them. That's so good. Also, I like it the other way around too, when character B gets caught they get caught betraying them, and then they desperately try to explain to character A that they started to care along the way. Oh, you know what it is? I've seen this before in romance. You know those ones where the guy starts dating the girl as a bet? And then they end up actually liking her, and then she finds out at a party, and she's like, I trusted you. And then it's too late. It's too late. She already misunderstands, you know? It's over. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a fucking atrocious. Like, you should never ever do that to someone as a bet. It's not funny. It's so sick to date people as a bet. It's like so sick and twisted. But like, reading it? Reading it? Okay. I'm alright. I eat that shit up. I'm sorry. I'm mentally ill. Like, there is something so good about reading that trope, like enjoyable for me, but like also very hurtful. You know? Tales of Berseria kind of does this too, because she uses this one character as a replacement for the brother who died, but then she realizes how much she cares about the new boy genuinely. I think it's like if they were actively using them, because if they're subconsciously doing it, the other character usually doesn't get as upset. I don't know. It's hard to explain the, what do you call it? When we're playing Tales of Berseria, actually, I mentioned this in Discord the other day, I think. But let me see if I can find it. Do you guys remember Jude Mathis and Mila from like the original Tales? Yeah, I shipped that so fucking hard. I actually made a bunch of usernames that were like Mila Mathis coded. How do I... Let me find an image. This was my ship, bro. This was my ride or die when I was younger. Here we go. I will show you. It was these two. I really love when characters abandon their original role. Actually, this is happening in a man who I'm reading. He's like, all he's ever wanted was to inherit the company, but then he's like, he meets someone that makes him want to like kind of throw it all away, and it doesn't feel as important. And his lover is telling him, he's like, you think you want to do this now, but maybe in 10, 20 years, you'll feel that regret and you'll be miserable, and I don't want you to feel that. And he's like, I want you to go on one final date with me, and then we'll like part ways. And I'm like, ah, it hurts. It hurts so bad. When the character wants to be a better person. Oh yeah, that's another trope I love. That's a trope I love where like a character's a really shitty person and they slowly become a better person. Actually, there is a trope like this in... They're not completely shitty, but... Where is it licensed? I don't remember where it's licensed. Oh, here we go. If you like redemption stories for like a main character, this is a good example. I think Sigrid is also a good example of it. Here. Here are redemption stories for the main character. So we have Sigrid. And then we have... Arere? Okay, well... Where is it? Oh, here we go. These ones will be examples of characters being bad people in the first life. This is the one that I love. Also, Sigrid actually, like, her trauma actually influences her in her second life. She still has, like, PTSD when interacting with the Emperor. Is Bakarina like this? I don't think Bakarina is like this. Is it? Bakarina is different. Because Bakarina is isekai, technically. I don't think Bakarina is this. No, I mean, her being isekai barely has, like, any impact, so... Yeah. But anyways, in Sigrid, basically, she's the Emperor's loyal dog, and she kills a lot of people. Like, a lot of people. With no question, like, women, children. She says, fuck it. She just does it all. And actually, Adonis is kind of like this as well. But, anyways, she does this because, like, she's a very empty person. She has, like, no one. And she feels like this is the only way she can be, like, of use and, like, valued. But then she gets betrayed by the emperor, and she tries to be better in her next life. And she was, like, very blind to things. And the Red Knight seeks no reward. It's somewhat similar. She was, like, a knight in her first life, but she was more of, like, a sellsword. She didn't give a shit about anyone, did, like, everything for money. And in the next life, she vows to be, like, better. And it's kind of nice because it's not... Neither of them go completely back in time, if I remember correctly. It's not like a complete reset. It's a couple years. So they still have to deal with some of the consequences from, like, who they were before. You know what I mean? No worries, Spartan. Actually, you know what? Spartan, where have you been? Actually, I saw you went to, like, the shooting range or something and you did well. Congratulations. Every day is a weekend for me, Kaiser. How you doing? Ironically, the Spear Hero from Rising of Shield Hero fits that trope if you consider the spin-off. I don't remember. I don't ever watch the spin-off. But that's interesting. They were... And a lot of them were unfortunately kind of shitty. I'm glad when he cleared his name, but it's like... I liked how he reacted after he cleared his name because it felt pretty realistic. It's like, you guys still fucked me over, you know? Like, it's... you guys ruined my name. Time to watch Revolutionary Girl Udna. Dude, the music in Revolutionary Girl Udna is so fucking good. I wish I could cover some of the music from it. I will say the movie is like... It has some questionable content. some questionable content. Let's see. Let's see. Now I'm gonna listen to music. Thank you for reminding me. Movie was too smart for me. Didn't get that ending. The movie was like... I think the thing about Udna, right, is it's so deeply embedded symbolism-wise, you know? There's so much fucking symbolism in Udna. It's hard to, like, kind of grasp everything. But that makes it fun to analyze. Yeah, it's very abstract. I will say that in, if I remember correctly, in the movie, it shows that, I think, what's her name? Is it Afi? Is that her name? I think that's correct, right? Oh, Anthe. Anthe, if I remember correctly, is, she kind of has like a weird relationship with her brother. I don't think it's one that she particularly wants, but she has like a weird relationship with her brother that I think is mostly explored through the well, I think it's most overt through the movie, if I remember correctly, but I could be mistaken. Una's so cool though. I can see why all the girls like Una. Who is it? 14? She was 14 during this? Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Oh my god. I did not realize they were that young in Una. What? Hold on. How old is everyone else? How old is everyone else? How old are you? Oh no! Her brother was 18 to 25! Oh no! Okay, how old were you? 17. Okay. That's still not great. How old were you? 16. Why were you guys so young? You were in the same school! What the fuck? Maybe it's different for me because, here when you go to high school, you're all 15. It's, you don't really go to high school at grade 9. Some schools, yes, but mostly, grade 10. Wow. I don't know, there's just like something between 14 and 15 that's so different in age. I will say that if you watch Una as a kid, you're not gonna fucking understand anything. You had to be older to watch it and understand. You're not gonna get anything. I thought there were more characters. I'm curious as to what the demo... A 4th grader? What? Yeah, I'm out of here. It's better if I don't. Yeah. Una's still really good though. There's a lot of beautiful symbolism. The art's gorgeous. The music's fantastic. The music is one of my favorite parts about it. I think Una is like deceptively sad. You don't realize how sad it is until you're older. Man, I'm rewatching the animation and it's so good. Just like the older animation's so charming. It's so detailed. I'm gonna rewatch it. Fuck it. Now there's something about like 14 where it's just like, that feels super, super young compared to 15. It's still really young though. 16 is like, I think it's like 16 is protagonist age, that's why. 16 is protagonist age. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna read like a young adult book, they're usually age 16 to 17, maybe 18. So I think that's part of why I feel that way. Where it just feels like super, super young. Alright, let's see, next trope. Yeah. I should do multiple streams of this, guys. Are you having fun? Do you like this? Because I feel like there are so many different tropes. I don't think we can get through them all here. It's just impossible. Okay. Oh, this one's an interesting one. Okay. I don't know if I have any examples of this, but also if anyone mentions this one fucking anime, I swear to God, I'm gonna be so angry. Here. When you think you aren't affected by a character's death, but then you realize how different things would be if they were alive. If anyone says Anohana, I swear to God, I swear to God, I am Anohana's #1 hater. Not because I think it's bad, but I'm so fucking sick of that anime because, okay, hear me out. I tried watching Anohana. Because everyone said it was so good. Thank you! Fuck Menma! Because I tried watching it, right? And the entire first episode, I could not get through the first episode because it was constantly shoved down my throat how amazing Menma was. What the fuck did she do that was so amazing? Did she cure did she cure cancer? Did she fucking solve world hunger? What the fuck did Menma do? Hold on, let me find it. I'm Menma's #1 hater. And I couldn't even finish that anime. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Is that this one? Why won't it let me get a JPEG? Give me a fucking JPEG, please. This is Anohana. It's okay, you'd hate her more if you did. Okay, now I kind of want to hate watch it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's necessarily bad, but basically the premise of Anohana is Menma, this white-haired bitch, she died in their childhood or something, and she haunts the narrative the entire time because for some reason, all these people are not over this childhood friend that they knew for 5 seconds. To be fair, I didn't finish it. So maybe if I were to give it another chance and watch the whole thing, I would feel differently. But the entire first episode, everyone's just talking about Menma and how important she was and why we should like her. And they're just they're forcing it on me, without letting me get to know Menma and why she's so likable. When she just did the generic childhood friend things like, I'm here for you, childhood friend. You know what I would have liked? Okay. I don't know if this is how Anohana ends up, right? But if it was the case where later on in the series, you have... you find out that Menma actually wasn't a good... Oh, actually, this is a trope I love. Okay, when a friend's, death deeply affects a friend group and, people in different ways, and, right... you slowly realize through one character who put them on a pedestal that this person was actually not a very good person. That is my shit right there. But you can't do it like this. If that's what happens in Anohana, that's great. But, okay, the entire first episode, it's I'm so sick of it, dude. Give me reasons to like her. Don't tell me to like her. You know what I mean? I just I hate when I'm constantly told how to feel about a character instead of doing things that would make me feel that way about a character. You know what I mean? She's a kid. What could she have done? That's fine. It's different in this one, right? Because it can't really have that premise as much because she was a kid. But it's just I really hate when a show tries to force how I should feel down my throat. When they tell but don't show. Exactly. Give me reasons to think that she was a person that should have this kind of impact on everyone. Also, I'm sorry, I forgot about Twitch. I accidentally closed it. I'm doing great. I got to attend an animal expo this weekend. There are animal expos? I did not know that. I'm glad that you had fun though. I'm thinking of some really soft animals I could pet right now. Those are good. My day was amazing if you remove the part where I was attacked by yellow jackets. I'm glad that sounds bad out of context. I was gonna say I'm glad that you're okay, but my words lagged. I'm so sorry. I hope that you're doing all right, Owu, and I'm glad that you find it interesting, Soul. The opening is a banger though. Anohana is a show people used to talk about it was amazing, and any mention of it online disappeared after 1 to 2 years. But it's because of the opening. It's because Secret Base was so iconic. I don't know, man. I like when it's like a parent or sibling that they miss and they find out more stuff about the shady stuff that the person did. Yeah, but everyone knows that they put this person on a pedestal and it's all they have of that person is their memories, and so they never disillusion them about how shitty they were, and then they slowly find out over time, and then all the like reactions that other people had towards their loved one in the past start to like click with them. You know, they're like, oh my god, that's why they hated them. You know, it's like a core memory from your childhood. You're just like, oh my god, that's why Uncle John isn't invited to parties anymore. I think it's one of those shows where it hits close to home to you. You're probably going to be more invested in it because you can relate to that. That's fair. No, I mean, you're allowed to like it. Don't worry, Veno. Like, it's just like, I really hate when I have it forced on me how I should feel and like think and stuff, you know? I wonder if this is how I feel about Madoka. It's edgy for a particular scene. I'm like, eh. I don't... Which scene are you talking about? Are you allowed to say? Madoka does have some edgy things, but I think the difference with Madoka is it's packaged as really fluffy because they're magical girls, and it's supposed to be like disillusioning. I will say sometimes, I think Madoka is pretty deep, but I think a lot of it being deep is also the audience being good at reading into things. You know what I mean? I will say there's a lot of symbolism is in Madoka. Madoka is the Evangelion of magical girls. I can't really say that's wrong. Who is everyone's favorite magical girl in Madoka? Can you guys guess mine? Who is my favorite magical girl? I'm talking about the original one. The original one. Whenever people say that Mami is their favorite one, I'm like, she was there for like 2 seconds, but I guess there's like movies and shit. You're all fucking wrong. It's Kyoko. It's Kyoko. Kyoko is best girl. But, okay, I do like Homura a lot. I think I really like Homura a lot because she's like, my girl's really fucked up. She's super dedicated. If, like, dude, if I had a Homura, I don't even know. Yeah, Kyoko was the red-haired girl. Don't know, because Kyoko's so sad, bro. Kyoko's so sad. Kyoko was like the most... I feel like Kyoko was the most sane one. And that's why it was the most sad. Because Kyoko was like... how do I even explain this? I don't remember the movies, to be honest. Kyoko is the most sad one because she grew up poor as shit. And that's part of why she likes to eat so much. And she didn't really have anything, but then she meets, what do you call it? Sayaka. And she kind of moves past all the things that she was ingrained to have. You know, all her self-preservation, all the selfishness that she learned to survive for Sayaka. And that's so fucking sad. Like, I feel like she's a really, really human character. Like, she was someone who was supposed to be strong, and she remained strong throughout the entire thing, in my opinion. And that's what makes it all the more devastating that, you know, things went down the hell for Kyoko. I don't know, do you guys agree? I think that the difference between Kyoko and everyone else is Kyoko experienced the hardship from the beginning and it made her super strong, but she was still pretty stable. Like, compared to everyone else, she was pretty, like, unbreakable, if that makes any sense. Like, if you look at Sayaka, she was very mentally weak. And then Homura, she was also, she's very mentally resilient, but I think she was very mentally weak in a lot of capacities. You know? Like, I know that she's like gone through like time and time again for Madoka, right? But like Homura also did it because she didn't have anyone else. And she got like super, super attached to Madoka. And then Mami had this desperate need to like be liked and to, I guess, be needed. And it's like they all had these like really, really deep insecurities that provoked them to become magical girls. And I don't really feel like that was as much the case for Kyoko. And like, at least like, not just provoke them to become magical girls. Like, I'm sure that was part of the reason for Kyoko, but it's also that, I think Kyoko is like the only person where her insecurities did not cause her downfall, really. She felt like a normal person that deeply loved someone and paid the price for it. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Welcome back, Dragon. I felt like she has the least development because it was all done off screen. That's fair. I can see that. What if magical girls had edgier deaths? Mami was pretty edgy. I think rather than edgy, a lot of them were tragic. You know? This smells like food. I kind of want food. Kyoko is the type to walk in a hell with someone she cares about. You know what it is? Kyoko is the most saddening for me because Kyoko was a selfish person that became selfish or selfless. You know what I mean? That is what is so sad about her. She did everything for herself, for her own survival. She did everything on her own. She was willing to like put herself first. She always put herself first, and then she finally put someone else like she chose to put someone else ahead of her, and she got fucking punished for it. And that's so sad. You know what I mean? There's something about the characters that just prize self-preservation over everything and will not do anything for other people, and then they find someone that they deeply love, and then they sacrifice themselves. That makes it all the more poignant to me. I've never watched Edge Runners, so don't spoil it. I'm pretty sure someone dies though. Pretty sure a major character dies from what I've seen about everyone saying it's so sad. And people being like the, you know, I know! I'll watch it eventually. I just haven't gotten around to it. Kyoko's interesting. She was very gremlin, but then she was actually really sad and emotionally mature, and it's sad that the reason that made her so sad, and it's that reason that made her so sad at everything going on. Yeah. Kyoko definitely had her shit together the most. I actually have a Kyoko figurine that someone got for me from Japan. It's of her in a kimono. Or, I don't know. Kyoko. Let me see if I can find it. Here. I have this figurine. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Ta-da! It's best girl! Yay! I need sad shows that don't involve character deaths. Character deaths are hard for me to get past. Man, like I will take any kind of pain except for character death. No, don't put it in the jar! Guys, if I ever get popular enough to get a figurine, please don't put me in the jar. Please. Oh, fuck, this is so nice! What? I really want this figurine now. Oh my god! Guys, can you pay for me to get this figurine? I'm just kidding. Here, look. That's so fucking cute. What the hell? Oh my god. In an interview, Urobuchi writes everything that way because in Zeta Gundam, a character has a shower scene and dies in the next episode, and he was like, she was so beautiful. How could Tomino do this? What kind of logic is that? Never saw it either, but from the way people talk about it, I fully expect everyone to be gone at the end. Yeah, that's kind of how I expected. There's a 1300 Hollow the Wise Wolf figure on pre-order right now that's got me struggling to make good financial choices. If you can give that money to them, then you can give that money to me. What the fuck? $1,300 for a figure? Like, if it's like one singular thing, no. If it was like a ton of merch, I can, okay, whatever. But not like a singular thing. Speaking of which, the Fire Emblem Three Houses anniversary came up, and I saw that there's a Dimitri figure on pre-order. You know what I'm really mad about? I missed the pre-order for the Himmel and Frieren, like, wedding figurines. I'm so fucking sad. It's 5 years old. I think this is the figurine. Here, let me show you guys. It's this one. This one's on pre-order right now. For the anniversary of Three Houses. There's also like you can get Fire Emblem wallets for the Three Houses. Dude, I'm so fucking sick of scalpers. You have to understand, when you're buying BL merch, there's so many scalpers. Things will sell out within seconds. Which, by the way, the Omniscient Reader Pocket Watch is back. If actually, I don't want to. Hold on. Oh, it's not sold out. If anyone wants to get the Omniscient Reader Pocket Watch, you can get the edition 2 with perfume and the Pocket Watch for $345 US. So, if anyone wants that, you can get Harumio. So it's not the best financial decision that you could make, but no, I don't like paying that tax. It's awful. The Kim Dokta perfume. I may or may not have gotten the Kim Dokta perfume. Guys, you have to understand this investment. It's an investment. Oh yeah, no. Dimitri went through it. He has PTSD. Yeah. It's unlucky. He got fucked good. Yeah, I also have the pocket watch. Guys, after I get my manicure, because I want to get my nails done for you, I want to look pretty for you. I'm just kidding, I'm always pretty, but you know. I want to get my nails done and then do a hand cam stream. Welcome back, Vedest. Children of the Rune. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, this is on my to read list, actually. I heard this was really good. Yeah. I want to ruin me. Good night, Akiri Riswell. I will let you know how it smells. Okay, but guys, I do unboxing streams, so I can write it off on my taxes as expenses. That's the I would not buy this much shit if I could not write it off as expenses. Because it's content. It becomes content for me, okay? But what do you call it? For Omniscient Reader, there's a pocket watch, and then there's the perfume, and then there's the art books and stuff. I didn't get the one I wanted, but I got the perfume, and I finally have the pocket watch and the books. I wanted the other edition with the thingies, with the holographic thingies. I think that's what they are. But I could not get them, so I had to get another edition. It was very sad. It works my little bro streams and does that for stuff he buys. Yeah. Guys, you have to understand that, like, you have to write everything off as expenses. Because you get taxed up the wazoo. So... you know. I mean, I'm doing it on stream. It's for stream, so... I would not do it if I was not going to put it on stream. I have a bunch of stuff sitting in my room, but I have to show you guys for unboxing. Which, actually, let me think of what kind of nails I want. My throat's starting to hurt. I've been talking a lot. Teal almond nails. Oh. Okay, let's go cyan. These aren't fucking cyan, that's yellow. Okay, let's go back to teal. Taxes sound like a pain for you guys. They're fucking awful. I told you guys this before, but I take screenshots of all my receipts. Yeah, birds are assholes. They will not shut up in my neighborhood. Anyways, I take screenshots of all my receipts and I put the date and I put the how much it was originally in USD because I have to convert it, and then I put how much I paid in Canadian, and I put the purpose and I put a screenshot, and I put this in like Google Docs, and I have each month is probably around 20 pages for just like a single month, and I have to keep this shit for like 7 years. I despise it. I really, really hate doing taxes. I actually need to go back, but I managed to write it down, and I got like an Excel thing exported from PayPal, so it should be fun. Let's see. Yeah, it's best if you don't know what taxes are like. It's better that way. Oh, these are super cute. I actually kind of, no, never mind, that looks like shit. I don't like it. I'm gonna save it anyways though. Maybe I can ask for like starry patterns or something. I want something kind of edgy. Oh, this is kind of nice. Something like this would be kind of cool. I'm trying to look at nails. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. I should show this to Umi. I was watching Banana Fish with Umi earlier, and we were so sad. Nobody fucking spoil this, I swear to god. If anyone spoils Banana Fish, I'm not streaming next week. I'm gonna be so pissed. I've already had major spoilers. No, I don't have to do all my taxes again. I just need to, I forgot to file some expenses as well as some income. The income's actually less than my expenses though. Hey Kotis, what's up? Alright, let's see. This is kind of cute. I kind of like that. I wish I could kind of copy paste into it. Hold on. Actually, maybe I can. Any other stuff you gotta do? New and art said so they had to show every social media they've ever used, even non-art. I don't want to do that as someone who wants to make money from art. I don't know anything about that. I mean, I just put the proof of the receipt. Well, we were saying as we were watching Banana Fish, because we were just like, this makes me want Filipino food. Like, I want meat in banana leaves now. Or like, just like some fish stew or something. But I was pissed because this is in the second episode of Banana Fish. So if you don't want spoilers for the second episode of Banana Fish, give me 30 seconds, okay? Starting now. In the second episode of Banana Fish, my favorite character fucking died, bro. Are you kidding me? The kid died. Skipper died. I was so sad. I was like, are you kidding me? Oh my god. I didn't even see it coming. Whatever. And I know it only gets sadder from there. But it do be like that. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, I think a chrome would be nice. A chrome. Oh, pretty. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Yeah, by the way, I keep singing Forever Young because I kept singing Ash and AG edits of Forever Young. So, oh, that is gorgeous. I love that. Actually, do I love it? No, I think I love it. I don't know, actually. Oh, actually, I really like this. This with like a cyan and like a black, maybe? Here, maybe... Can I, hold on. I need to do this. My computer is still scanning. It's been scanning for 4 hours, bro. Ain't no way. Dude, I can't believe this. Look. Who posted Banana Fish spoilers in general? Did you actually? I'm not looking. You have time to delete it before I go look. You have 30 seconds. You better fucking know. Fucking. Give me a second. Anyways, I am getting distracted, so I'm gonna get more distracted and show you stuff. Let's go over here. Give me a sec. Wait, is it actually gonna work? Hold on. Ah, there we go. Okay. I kind of like this. I'm thinking of like what my nails should be colored. I want to do cyan, but none of these are dark enough. Oh, this is gorgeous, but this seems really expensive. I don't know if I want to do that. This. Maybe not. Maybe not. I kind of like the chrome on this, like the dual chrome or whatever, but I don't like any of these like beads and stuff. I don't like stuff like that. Just like the color, but I'm not gonna get that color. I'm gonna get green. Oh my god, these are so pretty, but no. Maybe I should just go simple. But I want something that's like similar to my hair. You know what I mean? I think something like this color. I think this would be pretty. I've only got a manicure once in my life, so this will be my second time. So I kind of want to get something matching my aesthetic, you know? Oh, actually, I really love these. Oh, these are color changing. I'm not really a fan of that. Actually, you know what? I would like something like this. This is nice. I like this. What do you guys think? Let me zoom in. Can you show your model hands? I think they're black. They're just plain black. Hold on. Oh, that's gorgeous. This one I like a lot. Hold on. I like this. Why isn't it right here? Why does it go all the way to the corner? I love this. What do you guys think? This is super pretty. Yeah, but I think a lot of people probably haven't watched Banana Fish still. I think this is beautiful. I like this one a lot too. This is interesting. Oh, my phone's low battery again. Why are you throwing a tantrum, phone? This is kind of cute. I'm not sure if I'd like the matte though. I'm not really a matte person. I mean, I'll probably... Ooh. Did you guys know I used to want to be a nail technician? I actually have like a fuck ton of polish. Oh, this is gorgeous actually. You know what? I like this a lot. I would like this. With like a cyan gradient. You know, kind of. This is also really pretty. I quite like this. I like this a lot. I think I'll probably get like an almond shape or something, maybe. Part of me is tempted to be one due to money and simply wanting a work via, aka don't send me back to my home country. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, I mean, I'm rooting for you, buddy. Whatever works for you. Oh my god, it's so hot. I turned down the fan because like the ticking was actually really obnoxious when I looked at the VOD yesterday, but bro, it's hot as balls. I don't really want to do a galaxy aesthetic. It's super pretty, but it's not for me right now. It's just not what I'm feeling. All right, anyways, actually my throat is getting super tired. So let me rewind this shit. We're going back. Anyways, what was I saying? We were talking about tropes. But my throat hurts too much, so I'm gonna have to give you guys a pass. You're gonna have to stop listening to so much of my yapping. Can you hear the ticking? It's still going off, but not as much compared to before. Yeah, we can always do this again, and if you guys ever have any specific examples or anything, like totally let me know. It's so much fun to like talk about this stuff, and I hope that you guys really enjoyed it. I personally enjoyed it a lot. I think that there are probably things that I'll do differently next time to be a little bit more organized, but I kind of like to do things by the seat of my pants, so we kind of just, what do you call it? We kind of just wing things most of the time and it works out in this chat. Wouldn't you agree? It's because I'm so charismatic and I'm so good at ad-libbing. What can I say? Does it need to be tropes we like, or can it also be tropes we dislike? Oh yeah, of course. I love hating on things. It can definitely be tropes that we dislike. That said, I'm really tired and it's really hot and like I'm super sweaty, so I am gonna call it here. I'm probably not gonna raid anyone. I'm really beepy and I don't feel like socializing. But next week, I have a collab, and then I think, what do you call it? What am I gonna do? I might do a karaoke stream. Anyways, is there anything important that I have to say before I go? I know what I have to say. Fuck yeah, incest. I'm out.